for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
Mavuno Fertilizers, a soil and crop-specific fertilizer in Kenya, helps improve food security by improving crop yields through application of scientifically researched, nutrition-based fertilizers. More than 500,000 farmers in Kenya can have easy access at affordable packs of 1 kg to 50 kg across major agro-dealers. Farmers who have used Mavuno Fertilizers have realized 30% more yield. Please feed your crop and soil with the best fertilizers for future prosperity. Call us today and learn how Mavuno Fertilizers is helping in increasing food production in Africa.
Are you looking to settle your family in an affordable, clean and serene environment? Look no further than Garden of Joy in Machakos by Optiven. The project strategically sits between the Mua and Koma Hills, providing you with beautiful landscapes, fresh air and a much-needed break from the hustle and bustle of the city. The Garden of Joy also comes with a jogging track, a meditation park and a children's play area, making it the perfect location to set up your countryside home. Get your value-added plot at only 1.295 million shillings. We also have flexible payment options of up to 12 months. Call us today on 0790 300 300 or visit www.optivan.co.ke.
We all are looking for products to protect ourselves from viruses, but not all products protect us. Did you know that using Dettol soap and water protects against viruses? Many viruses are surrounded by an envelope with receptors that enable them to enter a human cell and cause infection. Dettol soap destroys the outer layer of the virus and effectively removes it. Protect your family from the spread of viruses with Dettol. Dettol cleans and is now tested and proven to be effective against COVID-19 virus. This has been Medivax for Dettol.
The Dettol range is available on Jumia. Shop safely and conveniently today.
Family Bank and Simba Corp have been in collaboration to help you grow your business by offering affordable financing for acquisition of brand new commercial vehicles. Access up to 95% financing with a flexible repayment plan of up to 60 months and enjoy a 2-month repayment holiday. Call us today on 0703 095 445 or visit any of our Family Bank branches and Simba Corp dealers and branches countrywide. Terms and conditions apply. Family Bank, with you for life. Family Bank is regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya.
Je, maumivu ya kichwa na kukosesha amani? Kaluma Strong hutuliza maumivu ya kichwa, maumivu ya mwili na hata huondoa joto jingi mwilini. Kaluma Strong ina aspirin kama kiungo. Maumivu yakizidi, muone daktari.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more. Like serving up your best, eating together and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Taking pride in constructing tomorrow's skylines. Adding strength to Kenya's landmarks. Presenting the power for specialized constructions. Cementing the nation's future. Simba Cement, the strength and pride of Kenya.
Now also produced in Nakuru and Mombasa. Geisha coconut milk and honey, enriched with coconut milk for soft and moisturized skin.
Be strong and last long.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
That is just for me. It really feels very comfy.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
This is NTV.
Hello there, it is 9 o'clock and this is NTV Tonight. Thanks for your company. These are among the top stories we've got lined up for you.
Tonight, Deputy President William Ruto rallies his troops, but his meeting at Jubilee headquarters sets tongues wagging.
There was no coup, there is no coup.
It's not out of order for us to meet in our own house.
Also tonight,
let me have the member for Sirisia, the Honorable Koyi Waluke.
Lawbreaker or lawmaker. Parliament rolls out the red carpet for Sirisia MP John Waluke, in trouble over the NCPB scam. Plus, displacement and despair in Rift Valley's floody hell.
Currently, it is estimated to be more than 70 square kilometers. So it's almost doubling.
And 60 million shillings worth of repair works at the Lake Nakuru National Park now down the drain. And also tonight, don't touch the tree in the middle.
Kuna njia wanaweza tumia at least watwist hiyo barabara na hii mti iwe kubukubu hata kwa watoto wetu.
Iconic fig tree along Wayaki Way will be saved as government paves way for the construction of the expressway.
NTV Tonight with Smriti Vidyarthi.
And joining us in sign language interpretation tonight is Flora Atieno. The quest for control of the ruling Jubilee Party appears to be escalating as Deputy President and Deputy Party Leader once again visited the party headquarters for what was described as a consultative meeting on party affairs. Leaders who accompanied William Ruto say they still have a huge sway in party matters. Our senior reporter Leila Mohammed starts us off tonight.
For a third time in a week, Deputy President William Ruto was at the Jubilee Party headquarters in Nairobi.
Mtu ambaye ako na akili, right? Akatai mwito.
They are in there just to ensure that the house is in order, it's warm.
Accompanying him was Soy Member of Parliament Caleb Kositani, the party's Deputy Secretary General and de facto Speaker of Ruto's side of the Jubilee Party.
Tunapoelekea mwaka wa 2022 tuwe na chama yenye haina tashwishi yoyote, haina wasiwasi, tuwe na officials wale wamechaguliwa vilivyo.
For a man fighting all kinds of opposition in an attempt to take over the party, this latest visit has sent tongues wagging. Question is, will they stay on or bolt off the party?
Na kwanza niwaambie sababu nimeona wengine wenu ama katika mitandao yenu, redio zingine, TV zingine, ya kwamba kuna habari tayari mmeenesha huko ya kusema tumefanya mapinduzi katika chama hapa. There was no coup, there is no coup, na hakuna mapinduzi tumefanya katika chama chetu. Ya kwamba nataka kuwauliza, unaweza aje kufanya mapinduzi katika nyumba yako?
The visit coming hot in the heels of President and Party Leader Uhuru Kenyatta's visit to France on official business. At the center of this leadership tussle are contested functions of party organs and internal elections.
Wananchi wanataka kujua ni siku gani tutaweza kufanya uchaguzi wa chama. We must now ensure Jubilee from the village level mpaka hapa juu kuna wanachama ambao wanatambulika, kuna viongozi ambao wanatambulika.
Chama hata serikali inaendelea. Unajua hii huwa kawaida, lazima mkubwa akitoka anawachia nafasi yake mdogo.
We will continue to engage and have meetings here. We actually met the Deputy President, who is also the Deputy Party Leader. We have given him our concerns. Concern number one is government business, because eventually those in opposition will not take responsibility for government failures.
The leaders say this is the beginning of a series of meetings to streamline party affairs. Leila Mohammed, NTV.
Now, Kenya has entered a funding agreement with France for the development of the Nairobi Central Business District to the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport commuter railway line and the 400 kilovolts Menengai-Rongai electricity transmission line. This is among the bilateral agreements signed between the two countries at the start of President Uhuru Kenyatta's visit on Wednesday evening. Other agreements reached include a public-private partnership for the construction of the Nairobi-Nakuru-Mau Summit Highway, signed between the Kenya National Highways Authority and Vinci Concessions. President Uhuru Kenyatta kicked off his official visit to France on Wednesday evening at the Élysée Palace, where he was received by his French host, Emmanuel Macron.
Important discussions that we're going to have on this particular trip is the commuter railway between the CBD and JKIA Airport. Our aspiration is to see that this commuter railway project, first of all, eases traffic in Nairobi, but it also eases movement of people within Nairobi.
Now, for a man whose role in government is not as clear, Deputy President William Ruto may be marking time in anticipation of 2022. While he has been sidelined by the state in which he serves and reduced to no more than the holder of a major title, DP Ruto insists he is still carrying out his constitutional mandate. But at present, no concern is greater than the question on who is really in charge, with the president currently out of the country. NTV's Zainab Ismail delves into that matter.
That Deputy President William Ruto skipped a key state function on Monday without proper justification exemplifies the widening cracks in the country's seat of power, the presidency. But questions abound, more so now that President Uhuru Kenyatta is out of the country. It is expected that the deputy then assumes his roles. But with the present state of affairs, it's not really clear.
There's a lot of politics around the exclusion of the deputy president, but it does not necessarily precipitate a constitutional crisis. Because I have already said the constitution designates the deputy president as a mere assistant. The only time the office of the deputy president becomes prominent is if the president has been removed through impeachment or is incapacitated by way of illness or in case of sudden death.
Article 147 outlines the deputy president's functions as being the principal assistant of the president and deputizing for the president in the execution of functions. The deputy president shall perform the functions conferred by this constitution and any other functions of the president as a president may assign. And when the president is absent or is temporarily incapacitated, the deputy president shall act as the president. Ruto's fate and functional responsibility is difficult to tell at the moment, not with State House insiders holding views as these.
He has been on record saying he has no work, that he's not assigned work. You know, his work was taken over by Matiang'i.
But while he prides in constitutionalism and vows to stay put, Interior CS Fred Matiang'i is fast taking over his functions.
Hawa watu wengine wanajifanya manyapara, wanajaribu kusema sijui deputy president hajafanya. wewe umejiappoint kuwa nyapara ya deputy president na wewe umechaguliwa kufanya kazi. Uende ufanye kazi yako ile umechaguliwa kufanya.
But what you have seen in the past, where the president symbolically transfers power to the deputy president, that has no constitutional backing. It is merely a political communication of rapprochement between the president and his deputy that they have a good work rapport. But if there's a terrible fallout, as you have seen right now, the president, if he had a scheduled travel, he would still travel out of the country and assign his functions to any CS that he deems fit.
Calls for the deputy president to resign from government have been echoed from friends and foes alike, but Ruto says he is staying on. Zainab Ismail, NTV.
All right, we'll have to see how that one plays out. Let's now turn our attention to the day's COVID-19 numbers. And 184 people have tested positive for the virus out of a sample size of 4,700 tested in the last 24 hours. And this raises the country's disease caseload to 38,713. 7 deaths have been recorded today, and that increases the death toll to 718. 115 individuals have recovered, raising the total number of recoveries to 25,023. Now, in terms of the county distribution, those with the highest new infections are Nairobi with 58, Mombasa 22, Kisumu 20, Trans Nzoia 8, and Laikipia and Machakos with 7 new cases each. Sirisia Member of Parliament John Waluke says that he never fraudulently acquired public funds in the NCPB maize scandal of over a decade ago, despite being found guilty and spending months in jail. The legislator today attended his first parliamentary sitting in months, coming at a time when his fate is in limbo for missing a number of sittings. Gina Kirori has more.
Let me have the member for Sirisia, the Honorable Koyi Waluke.
For the first time in close to 4 months, Sirisia Member of Parliament John Waluke was in Parliament to discharge his legislative duties. It's been a couple of days since he and co-accused Grace Wakungu were released from jail on medical grounds upon posting bail of 10 and 20 million shillings respectively. Waluke was initially to serve up to 67 years in prison or pay a 727 million shillings fine. His first order of business, defending his name before colleagues and the nation at large.
I did not steal, and I'm not corrupt. Sometimes, Madam Speaker, I've learned that there are prisoners in prisons who have been jailed, some without any mistakes.
But Waluke was found guilty of wrongdoing, a 300 million shillings fraud case involving NCPB. But even before he could enjoy freedom, the Director of Public Prosecutions, Nurdin Haji, vowed to challenge the terms in court. Waluke now risks losing his seat on account of missing more than 8 parliamentary sittings. But this is not the first for the legislator. In 2017, he stirred up the waters in quite an astounding moment of candor, admitting to taking a handout to influence House reports.
Just get the money and they give me that, Mheshimiwa, I have this 100,000 shillings. And even you, can you refuse money? No, there's nobody who can refuse money, maybe God.
Gina Kirori, NTV.
Well, Kenyans are fed up, and the reasons, of course, are numerous, but top on that list is the crop of leaders in government. Now, a group forming what they call a movement is now giving what they believe is a good alternative. The KLM movement says it will omit anyone of questionable character in its echelons. Charity Mwangi reports.
The Kongamano la Mageuzi Group, or KLM, is taking off on a journey of change. The captains of Kenya, they say, have been unable to help the nation soar to greater heights, almost grounding things to a halt. The movement has brought together different members of the civil society, inspired by seasoned activists who are taking a lesson from their past.
The civil society movement that I was involved in the 90s shied away from contesting political power.
From this day forward, they no longer want to be spectators, but active contenders, and Kenyans are welcome to join, but there is a caveat.
Anyone who applies for any vacancy that has been announced before needs to come with a record of their performance. We need to check their integrity. The same way all of us will vet someone that they want to employ is the same way we are going to vet these candidates before we can offer their support to them.
The primary challenge that we are facing as Kenyans is a small group of people who hold our institutions and our futures hostage to their own selfish commercial interests. They can be called deep state, they can be called whatever we want, but we know that their primary purpose is to hold on to political power to be able to steal from us.
And so by those parameters, the following are persona non grata, branded enemies of the people.
Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, William Samoei Ruto, Raila Amolo Odinga, Wycliffe Moses Mudavadi, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, Gideon Moi, and all the organizations, promoters and sycophants.
Am I standing? Why not? But I have to be vetted as Bonanduko read the conditions. If I present myself, I, like any Kenyan, can do that.
As the KLM movement sets off, they do anticipate turbulent times ahead, fully aware of the weapons set to fight them.
They say when he swims in Tana River where there are crocodiles, the crocodiles flee or they make way for him to swim. If he goes to a funeral, what does he do first? He goes to the coffin. If he has black fly whisk, he raises it, speaks to the dead, gives the dead the messages so that they can tell the others out there.
So, given the new alternative, will the choice of the people now reflect the will of the people?
Well, brush up those CVs if you think you can do a better job than the current crop of politicians. And let's see you in the ballot. Charity Mwangi, NTV.
All right, it is 1:15 the hour, and it's time for our first breather on this broadcast. Take a moment now to enjoy what these king penguins were up to at the volunteer point on the Falkland Islands. This is our moment of calm.
Oya ni aje, mimi ndo Jonte Fresh. Mimi ndio nimetambulika hii gikomba yote sekta ya manguo. Jumio transform nguo ordinary za mtush zenye ziuka mna hii harufu ya bail into the freshest igi kosi yote. Siri ni hii Ariel mpya ya pink. Na kushow mtush zinang'ara kung'ara kushinda kamera. So clean, so fresh. Ma customer unaisana na hii story. Ninatumia Ariel touch of down mpya tu.
Want to go shopping or fuel your car? You need a safe payment solution. Tap to pay with your Visa contactless card. Sasa maisha ni kutap. To pay, just look out for the contactless symbol on your card and at the cashier. Simply tap your card on the payment machine, and in seconds, your transaction is done. From time to time, you may be required to enter your PIN. Visa. Safe, fast, secure.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more, like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Sona moja imetengenezwa kwa njia spesheli ili kupambana na maumivu kwa haraka. Sona moja ina aspirin kama kiungo. Sona moja, kitulizo kamili. Maumivu yakizidi, pata ushauri wa daktari.
Ushuru huwa analipa kanjo, huwa anakuja every Monday and Thursday.
Ukiniona hivi niko na bidhaa ambaye ninauza imetakisiwa tayari.
Hizo pesa zenye tunalipa ushuru zinakujanga kwetu, hata kama ni indirect zinakuja kwa services, tunapatiwa services na county.
For those corporate who doesn't pay the tax, I will urge them to make sure they pay in order for the government to facilitate service to the people.
Wakati hao wanakataa kulipa ushuru, wanafungia watoto wadogo kupata shule mzuri, hospitali, barabara na hiyo maendeleo ingine.
Lakini ni vizuri KRA ingekuja kuelezea watu, kufundisha watu hizi pesa venye zinalipwa na warahisishe.
Shushu, wamesema hakuna harusi.
Kwa nini? Hapana, haiwezekani. Mamia harusi lazima itaendelea. Nani anasababisha harusi? Coffee. Sababu ya coffee. Coffee.
Nasema Safaricom iko na 500 MB free kila siku. Sasa tunaweza kustream hii wedo.
Hi Shosho.
You make is the bride.
Get 500 MB free bila siku and never miss a moment. Dial *544# to activate your offer. Browse bila was on Kenya's best network.
Last week, I murdered a rock, injured a stone, hospitalized a brick. Brilliant Kipchoge from Mohamed Salah. Been chopping trees. I done something new for this fight. Bad. I'm gonna show you how great I am.
Fresh Fry Premium Cooking Oil now has a new look and an advanced spout and seal. Triple refined, zero cholesterol and natural vitamin E. Fresh Fry, always heart friendly. Now it's even more cooking friendly. Fresh Fry, the premium cooking oil for healthy living.
Taking pride in constructing tomorrow's skylines. Adding strength to Kenya's landmarks. Presenting the power for specialized constructions. Cementing the nation's future. Simba Cement, the strength and pride of Kenya.
Now also produced in Nakuru and Mombasa.
If he wins, everyone will forget about his crimes.
Why don't you run? You can stand up to Salvador and you're not afraid of him.
What does she know?
We both know she's reputable. She's from a prominent family.
Being a social worker suits you more. I never knew that Salvador was planning to build a zoo. After all, he's already got a snake and a dog.
Hey!
That is still going to bring trouble to our lives.
Whether or not Mommy runs against him, our lives are still in danger.
I really hope nothing bad happens to Mom, because I'll have a hard time forgiving you if something does.
Access up to 95% financing with a flexible repayment plan of up to 60 months and enjoy a 2-month repayment holiday. Call us today on 0703 095 445. Family Bank, with you for life.
Thanks for staying with us. Institutions of higher learning across the country have begun preparations for reopening as directed by the government. Students are expected back for phased resumption of learning activities next Monday, as Eunice Omolo now tells us.
The Ministry of Education has issued a clearance for resumption of in-person learning in tertiary institutions
with priority given to final year university students expected to report back on Monday, October 5th. Technical vocational training institutions, colleges and universities are expected to open class doors while meticulously minding COVID-19 prevention measures. The University of Nairobi says it has begun preparations for reopening.
Kama ni wale wanafanya kisayansi practicals, hao tutawaendelea kuwalete kama medicine. Tumeanza sasa na kiwango ya the final year, the 6th year. Tumewalete ndio sasa waanze kufundishwa kwa wards.
Baadhi ambazo uandalizi yenye tuliweka ni pamoja na hand washing areas ambaye ni automated hand washing area wenye wanafunzi wetu wangekuja na hakuna kuguza penye wananawia. Tukafanya spacing ya 1.5 meter kwa kila darasa.
The Kieni Vocational Technical Training in Nyeri County, similar activities are underway.
We are going to start with the students who are supposed to sit for exams in March. Some had started, some had not started. We will start by giving them psychosocial support.
Thereafter, universities will progressively reopen in-person learning for all other courses in strict conformity with preventive guidelines, including social distancing and provision of disinfection booths. Universities will, however, be required to partner with a health facility before reopening. In addition, learning institutions that had been designated as quarantine facilities will be disinfected under the strict supervision of health officials prior to reopening. The president had announced on Monday the reopening of lower learning institutions remains on hold until absolute safety is guaranteed, further directing CS Magoha to review the education calendar in consultation with stakeholders. Eunice Omolo, NTV.
Now, the tough balance between environmental conservation and economic development is once again playing out in the proposed construction of an expressway cutting through the city from the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport. Now, the contest this time is about an age-old tree blossoming along the planned route. Naoma Sampao reports that environmental conservationists are up in arms.
A year after the launch of an expressway linking the Jomo Kenyatta International Airport to Nairobi-Nakuru Highway, the project is still facing hurdles. The latest, a contest on whether or not to bring down an iconic fig tree which is standing in the way of the proposed way and which means more than just a tree for locals.
Niko hapa zaidi ya 22 years. Mababu zetu walikuwa naitumia na kufanya dhabihu na nini.
But this is rarely the first dispute over saving the environment whilst advancing development projects. A similar tussle emerged in the wake of plans to construct the standard gauge railway within the Nairobi National Park. Environmentalists say poor planning is precipitating conflict.
It is an issue of not having officials planning properly and therefore embarrassing the government. We are disregarding the value of our ecological infrastructure, which is destructive, because a tree equals oxygen. We are messing our own health, we are messing the environment.
Kalua argues that while development is key and must be continued, it shouldn't be at the expense and detriment of the environment.
It is cheaper to rearrange that road, to allow that tree to grow, much cheaper than saying or stating that we are going to remove the tree that has stayed there for 500 years.
In the construction plan, the government proposes planting of more trees along the expressway to retain the ecosystem and for aesthetic value, but conservationists are having none of it. Naoma Sampao, NTV.
Well, apparently that tree is going to be moved elsewhere, but how and when, well, we'll keep you posted on that. It is rather intriguing, but we certainly hope that it will be saved. Well, now from one environmental issue to another, and rising water levels in the Rift Valley lakes is not only devastating lives and destroying property, but also affecting key tourism activities in the region. At the Lake Nakuru National Park, the management is now considering diversifying into other related activities to keep afloat. Ruth Samwe has more.
This is the gate through which thousands of visitors walk into the pristine Lake Nakuru National Park.
This used to be our main gate,
now submerged by the rising water levels. This geographical phenomenon began in 2012, and the water has been spreading into the surrounding mainland.
We mobilized all the tippers within the service. They came here like almost 60 tippers. We spent more than 60 million trying to elevate the roads, but all that money was just went to drain.
A few meters from the gate, this rooftop peeks from the waters. It hosts tons of adventurous tourists.
That was the senior warden's house.
And so are offices, homes and hotels.
The initial size of the lake was approximated to be about 40 square kilometers. But currently it is estimated to be more than 70 square kilometers. So it's almost doubling. And the waters, they are increasing steadily. They are not going back. We have 5 rivers which are feeding the lake, and we also have the sewer treatment plant which is also discharging into the lake.
As water levels continue to rise in Lake Nakuru National Park is being forced to adjust to this phenomenon by creating alternative routes for tourism.
You cannot access the park from here. You have to go either through Lanet Gate or Derrit Gate.
This geographical phenomenon has prompted the management of the park to diversify its tourism attractions beyond the lake experience.
We want to diversify. Instead of taking the rising waters as a disaster or as a phenomenon, maybe we want to introduce boating activities. Don't know when the waters will be going back to where they used to. Kwa hivyo hata this one is an attraction by itself. Wakuje waone maji vile yamepanda, kwa sababu maybe in years to come maji yatarudi mahali yalikuwa, alafu you would have missed that chance ya kuja kuona.
Ruth Sarmui, NTV.
Absolutely incredible sight that is, to think that the water has, or rather the lake has expanded that much. But it's time to head into another break and check this out. A restaurant in Washington, D.C. offered to stir crazy customers a brand new takeout service during the coronavirus pandemic, relying on a crew of drag queens to deliver orders with a private and socially distanced performance. There you have it on the side. All right, the business news is coming up next with Julian's Amboko.
When the world changed, it made us go back to the simple joys and love the little things even more, like serving up your best, eating together, and sharing more. Now, we'll take nothing for granted and always remember to taste the simple joys. Coca-Cola. Taste the simple joys.
Fresh Fry Premium Cooking Oil now has a new look and an advanced spout and seal. Triple refined, zero cholesterol and natural vitamin E. Fresh Fry, always heart friendly. Now it's even more cooking friendly. Fresh Fry, the premium cooking oil for healthy living.
Family Bank and Simba Corp have been in collaboration to help you grow your business by offering affordable financing for acquisition of brand new commercial vehicles. Access up to 95% financing with a flexible repayment plan of up to 60 months and enjoy a 2-month repayment holiday. Call us today on 0703 095 445 or visit any of our Family Bank branches and Simba Corp dealers and branches countrywide. Terms and conditions apply. Family Bank, with you for life. Family Bank is regulated by the Central Bank of Kenya.
ulinunua tu juzi.
Si unajua nilipeana ifanye taxi. Driver sasa amenirudishia ikiwa mkebe.
This is my 5th car. Nataka sasa nipeleke kwa my ride.
My ride?
Hiyo stress ya kumanage driver, maintenance, sijui fuel, imewachia my ride. Mimi kazi yangu ni kuendea 40,000 every month.
Bring your car and make money stress-free. Just collect up to 40,000 Kenya shillings monthly with my ride.
Are you looking to settle your family in an affordable, clean and serene environment? Look no further than Garden of Joy in Machakos by Optiven. The project strategically sits between the Mua and Koma Hills, providing you with beautiful landscapes, fresh air and a much-needed break from the hustle and bustle of the city. The Garden of Joy also comes with a jogging track, a meditation park and a children's play area, making it the perfect location to set up your countryside home. Get your value-added plot at only 1.295 million shillings. We also have flexible payment options of up to 12 months. Call us today on 0790 300 300 or visit www.optivan.co.ke.
Melissa? Mom, it's Dad's birthday today. I'm giving him a party just like he gives me.
Nothing makes a mother more proud than seeing her child growing up. But I know that as she learns to care for others, she'll face even more germs and the risk of illnesses.
That's why you need strong Dettol protection. Just 1 cup of Dettol protects your home and family from up to 100 illness-causing germs.
Growing up needs Dettol protection.
The Dettol range is available on Jumia. Shop safely and conveniently today.
I help women find independence by training them in fish farming. It's tough on my back, joints and can cause headaches. Panadol Extra relieves multiple types of pain. Panadol Extra, now with new Optizorb technology. To fight multiple tough pains with 3 times more pain-relieving medicine in the first 30 minutes when you need it most. Seeing them support themselves makes any pain worth it. If symptoms persist, seek medical advice.
The super efficient Jiko Koa requires half the charcoal of other Jikos, so you use less fuel and receive immediate savings. Enjoy our special offer now and save 1,000 Kenya shillings with every purchase. Jiko Koa, Kenya's #1 saving Jiko.
Ajali katika sekta ya bodaboda zinaendelea kuongezeka kila siku. Chanuka na Bodaboda Insurance imeletwa kwako na Chanuka Fintech wakishirikiana na Credit Bank na kuwezeshwa na M-Pesa. Kujisajili kwa Chanuka na Bodaboda Insurance, bonyeza *277#, weka shilingi 200 kila siku kwa siku 10, alafu ufuatilie na shilingi 50 kila siku kwa miezi 6, au ufuatilie na shilingi 300 kila Friday kwa miezi 6. Piga simu kwa nambari 0711082627 au tuma ujumbe mfupi kwa 40438.
We all are looking for products to protect ourselves from viruses, but not all products protect us. Did you know that using Dettol soap and water protects against viruses? Many viruses are surrounded by an envelope with receptors that enable them to enter a human cell and cause infection. Dettol soap destroys the outer layer of the virus and effectively removes it. Protect your family from the spread of viruses with Dettol. Dettol cleans and is now tested and proven to be effective against COVID-19 virus. This has been Medivax for Dettol.
The Dettol range is available on Jumia. Shop safely and conveniently today.
Avoid the crowds and use your card. Pay with your Absa debit card at any point of sale. Or better yet, shop online. Stay safe.
NTV Business News in association with Family Bank.
Glad you could join us on The Only Name in Business. Welcome, I am Julian Mboko. The National Treasury is now proposing that the Biashara Fund uses intermediaries such as banks and SACCOs for onward lending to the public, with the maximum loan size being pegged at 3 million shillings. This was made public by Treasury Principal Secretary Julius Muya during a consultative meeting on the fund. Judith Cherono has the details.
In August 2019, members of the National Assembly rejected the consolidation of the Wezo Fund, Youth Enterprise Development Fund and the Women Fund into the Biashara Fund. The legislators argued that the merger of the three funds fell short of what is needed to streamline the operations of the three funds. In a consultative meeting seeking to chart the way forward on the Biashara Fund, Treasury Principal Secretary Julius Muya has defended the consolidation of the three funds.
We submit that the merger of the three funds will indeed provide what I would call best practice, which is a one-stop shop. And thereby we will be eliminating duplications. We'll also be bringing in efficiency.
Muya has further indicated that the fund will adopt an onward lending model through which funds will be disbursed through financial intermediaries such as banks, microfinance institutions and SACCOs.
The fund will leverage on the existing capacities, the branch networks, they reach more Kenyans, especially in remote areas, to facilitate access to affordable loans, to increase the funds volume through matching funds, and also address various pertinent issues of cultural enclave.
The Treasury has also proposed thresholds in terms of the proportion of the fund's kitty lent to various groups in a bid to ensure the affirmative goals of the merged funds are still realized.
The thresholds that we have proposed for youth, it is up to 40%, women up to 30%, people with disabilities up to 10%, micro, small and medium enterprises up to 17%, and then the admin costs up to 33%.
The Biashara Fund was allocated 2 billion shillings to kickstart operations in the financial year 2019-2020. Judith Cherono, NTV Business.
Many thanks, Judith. And crossing the street from the Treasury, let's go to the Central Bank. Borrowers who default on their loans now risk being listed on the credit reference bureaus beginning today after the 6-month suspension announced by the Central Bank of Kenya in April expired. As a result, the existing procedures for the risk classification of loans with respect to their performance will apply, meaning defaulting borrowers have 90 days to regularize their loans before they are listed on the credit reference bureaus. The suspension was part of the measures announced by the Central Bank of Kenya in a bid to shield borrowers from the adverse impact of the coronavirus pandemic. Pension management provider, the County Pension Fund, popularly known as CPF Group, has welcomed the amendments to the Retirement Benefits Act to allow pension members to use part of their pension contribution to purchase houses. CPF Group CEO Jose Akili says the amendments, which were signed by Treasury Cabinet Secretary Ukur Yatani last week, will boost the home ownership in the country, where many employers cannot raise the deposit to afford the monthly mortgage payments. According to the amendments, a contributor can access up to 7 million shillings or a maximum of 40% of their retirement savings to buy a residential house.
It unlocks these long-term savings, which is what you desire for your whole age. But you know one thing which I think they also forgot to see on the other hand is that if you look at many Kenyans who, when they retire at 60, they actually take the cash and the first thing they do is try to build a home. And they never complete that home. So it tells you that Kenyans rely on pension to do some of the things they have never managed to do in their lifetime, because it's so difficult to accumulate enough money. So if that is a desire of Kenyans, that they want to use the money to acquire something as they are living now, and this is the time they want to enjoy with their children and everybody, then by all means, let them have it. We are going to be telling our members in our CPF to actually apply, and we will release the money they need to buy houses.
And I should mention we're still waiting for the gazettement of the mortgage regulations of 2020. And to finish off, the Kenya Agricultural and Livestock Research Organization, KALRO, has begun training livestock extension officers as part of the efforts to increase milk production in the country. According to KALRO dairy value chain expert Dr. Tobias Onyango, the training seeks to equip the farmers with knowledge on breeding, animal health, feeds and feeding, value addition and marketing in the country's dairy subsector. According to the Kenya Dairy Board, the volume of formally marketed milk in Kenya dropped from 60 million litres in January to 43 million litres in June, threatening shortage of the product, which will trigger a rise in prices.
In our training here, we are trying to encourage them to mix and mingle and see if the milk which is excess in one part of the country actually reaches the other part. This now we leave it to the management of the counties and also the management of the government, so that this viability of the material of the milk, which is in excess in one point of the county, to reach the other countries out there. In our training, we are looking at the the dairy cow, we are looking at the dairy goat, and we are looking at the camels. So any animal that gives milk, we are trying to encourage our officers here to encourage farmers to produce that milk, consume for the family use, and then so take it to the market.
And that takes us to the close of business. Enjoy the rest of your viewing.
NTV Business News in association with Family Bank.
Access up to 95% financing with a flexible repayment plan of up to 60 months and enjoy a 2-month repayment holiday. Call us today on 0703 095 445. Family Bank, with you for life.
Jisot Nabonga is back and it's big. What's your style? Whether it's a phone with a great camera, a phone with all the latest apps, or just a phone with the right price to fit your pocket, we've got you. Jisot Nabonga Style Yako by redeeming your Bonga points for affordable smartphones at unbeatable prices at Safaricom shops and dealers countrywide or on masoko.com. Just dial *126#, check your points balance and go shopping.
Mavuno Fertilizers, a soil and crop specific fertilizer in Kenya, helps improve food security by improving crop yields through application of scientifically researched nutrition-based fertilizers. More than 500,000 farmers in Kenya can have easy access at affordable packs of 1 kg to 50 kg across major agro-dealers. Farmers who have used Mavuno Fertilizers have realized 30% more yield. Please feed your crop and soil with the best fertilizers for future prosperity. Call us today and learn how Mavuno Fertilizers is helping in increasing food production in Africa.
Wa Kenya, hii fight hatukuchagua, lakini tuko na choice. Tuchague kujilinda. Tuchague kuprotect familia zetu. Tuchague usafi. Kuosha mikono. Kuosha manyumba zetu. Ndio tulinde watoto wetu. Na tuvae mask. Future yetu iko mikononi mwetu. Kenya. Let's do it for the ones we love.
The Dettol range is available on Jumia. Shop safely and conveniently today.
Optiven, we have been in business for the last 20 years. We have empowered over 7,000 people get houses, somewhere to call home. Before we started Optiven, I had tried 15 businesses that failed. Thank God that I met Equity. Not many financial institutions that really trust entrepreneurs or startups. Equity Bank was able to trust a startup called Optiven, and today the ball game is different. We are targeting now to borrow 5 billion by next year. This year, the year 2020, has been an amazing year until we had the first case reported for the pandemic. Customers were fearful. We have the loans to pay, you have salaries to pay. Equity Bank was asking us, how can we be able to help you as Optiven? And we are very thankful because Equity Bank allowed us a moratorium of 2 years, and this has really sustained Optiven as an organization. If that did not happen, we could be joining the other 75% of the businesses that are struggling across the country. Long live Equity, we value Equity Bank.
Every time Gran arrives, she always has a small reward for her.
I made this for you today.
Ah, thank you, my baby. It's so beautiful.
Wow!
She's happy, and I trust it because it's made with milk and other carefully controlled ingredients, without any colorings or preservatives. Care has been taken to make it. I love to see her happy because it meets her taste and fantasy. Kinder Joy, my trust, their joy.
Beat sensitivity pain fast with Sensodyne Rapid Action for clinically proven relief in 60 seconds.
Tangu nianze kutumia Pika cooking oil, hata kabla sijaandaa chakula, kila mtu ataka kuonja. Nikuongeze zingine?
Disinfect and protect your home with Jik. Jik kills 99.9% of illness-causing germs. Disinfect floors, kitchen and bathroom surfaces, and wash white clothes, towels, and dishcloths with Jik bleach. Just Jik it.
Avoid the crowds and use your card. Pay with your Absa debit card at any point of sale. Or better yet, shop online. Stay safe.
Thanks for staying with us. Vote tallying is underway in Msambweni constituency in the Orange Democratic Movement Party primaries to elect a representative for the upcoming by-election. We'll have more details on this tomorrow. Our reporter Kevin Mutai has been following it, and we have information that the primaries were marred by logistical challenges. All right, time for a break now. The sports news is coming up next with Watson.
Safaricom iko na 500 MB free kila siku.
Get 500 MB free kila siku and never miss a moment. Dial *544# to activate your offer. Browse Pilawas on Kenya's best network.
Cementing the nation's future. Simba Cement, the strength and pride of Kenya.
Now also produced in Nakuru and Mombasa.
Moi University is committed to providing conducive learning environment and resources that are geared towards nurturing innovation and talent in science, technology and development.
Online application for the September 2020 and January 2021 intakes in our various degree, postgraduate and diploma programs is ongoing. Apply now. Visit our website www.mu.ac.ke and click on the admissions link to select your desired course and follow the guidelines to complete application. Moi University, the foundation of knowledge. Ajali katika sekta ya bodaboda zinaendelea kuongezeka kila siku. Chanuka na Bodaboda Insurance imeletwa kwako na Chanuka Fintech wakishirikiana na Credit Bank na kuwezeshwa na M-Pesa. Kujisajili kwa Chanuka na Bodaboda Insurance, bonyeza *277#, weka shilingi 200 kila siku kwa siku 10, alafu ufuatilie na shilingi 50 kila siku kwa miezi 6, au ufuatilie na shilingi 300 kila Friday kwa miezi 6.
Are you looking to settle your family in an affordable, clean and serene environment? Look no further than Garden of Joy in Machakos by Optiven. The project strategically sits between the Mua and Koma Hills, providing you with beautiful landscapes, fresh air and a much-needed break from the hustle and bustle of the city. The Garden of Joy also comes with a jogging track, a meditation park and a children's play area, making it the perfect location to set up your countryside home. Get your value-added plot at only 1.295 million shillings. We also have flexible payment options of up to 12 months. Call us today on 0790 300 300 or visit www.optivan.co.ke.
Parenting is all about learning.
when to be tough and when to be gentle. Tough, gentle. But when it comes to fever, you need to be both. Panadol Baby and Infant starts to work on fever in 15 minutes and is gentle on the tummy. Tough call. Panadol Baby and Infant. Tough on fever, gentle on your child.
Top dressing tips. Ensure the tea plantation is pruned. Split application is done twice at different times of the year. For tea, scatter the fertilizer around the tea bush and ensure the soil is loose. For coffee, broadcast the fertilizer around the circumference of the coffee branches.
Please feed your crop and soil with the best fertilizers for future prosperity. Call us today and learn how Mavuno Fertilizers is helping in increasing food production in Africa.
Mix of the week in association with Airtel.
I don't check my energy. For the journey, for the journey.
Bossy, bossy.
Look in the mirror, say yes, I'm the best.
This is a short deal.
Completely transparent.
Okay.
If only all things in life were as honest as Airtel's amazing data. Get 500 MB free daily. Switch to Airtel and save. The Honest Network.
When I was in prison, I thought a lot about you.
This is not acceptable!
We know you love milk, and now there is milk that loves you. With Gold Crown lactose-free milk, you can enjoy the richness of natural cow's milk without any of the digestion discomfort. Gold Crown lactose-free, milk that loves you.
Breaking news from Molfix. Let's see what they're developing right now.
Pants is just for me. It really feels very comfy.
Molfix pants with anatomic fit technology. New Molfix pants, an invention from babies for babies.
You should also try Molfix.
Benefits of MyRide app. Under our fleet management application, we service your car. Assign a driver to it for MyRide app. Fuel your car. Ensure security of your vehicle with a guaranteed monthly income of up to 40,000 Kenya shillings.
Sio stress ya kumanage driver, maintenance, sijui fuel, imewachia MyRide. Mimi kazi yangu ni kuendea 40,000 every month.
Bring your car and make money stress-free. Just collect up to 40,000 Kenya shillings monthly with MyRide.
NTV Sport in association with Showmax.
Welcome to NTV Sport. I'm Watson Karuma. Now, World 5,000 meters women's champion, that is Helen Obiri, is optimistic that she will win a gold in front of our local fans here in Nairobi, the World Athletics Continental Gold Tour, that is the Cape Kano Classic, on Saturday. Obiri has been training at the Vapor Stadium in Ngong, Kajiado County, alongside African Games men's 3,000 meters steeplechase champion Benjamin Kigen.
I feel great. You know, this is the first time we have Intercontinental Tour in Kenya. It's a big race, so we feel good. Sometimes it's good opportunity to race when your fans are watching you, not in screen, to watch you live. So for me, I'm crossing my fans. I'm going to do well. You know, this is first race I'm racing here on home, competitive race. I know the race is going to be so difficult, but I've trained well. I hope for the best for on Saturday.
Kenya watarajia mazuri. Watu wamekuwa nje ya wamekuwa wana train lakini hakukuwa na mbio. Lakini sasa watu wako na hiyo matumaini ya kukimbia. Aswa nashukuru government ya Kenya kwa kuandaa hiyo mbio na kuweza kuongeza hiyo zawadi. Jambo ambalo linafanya mtu akimbie na hiyo hamu ya kupata hiyo zawadi.
A quick reminder, the World Continental Gold Tour Cape Kano Classic will be live right here on NTV throughout Saturday. So keep it NTV for that action live from the Nyayo National Stadium. Now on to something else totally related, and an athlete's success is often attributed to individual effort. However, there is an entire team that ensures an athlete is fit and ready for a major competition. In world record holder in the marathon, Eliud Kipchoge's team is Peter Ndohio, a physio. Our reporter Steve Keter visited Ndohio before he traveled to London with Kipchoge ahead of Sunday's race.
Let's Go Kenya, in association with the Communications Authority of Kenya. 20 years of opening your world.
Marathon running is a punishing affair that pushes an athlete's body to its limits. Winning means that any athlete must be fit and injury-free, and that is where a physiotherapist comes in. Peter Ndohio has been a physiotherapist for the last 3 decades. He has handled many top athletes in the country.
My career started with volleyball. I used to be a volleyball player myself those days. But my major portion of it has been with athletes for a much longer period of time, working for AKA.
For the last 16 years, he has been handling the world marathon record holder Eliud Kipchoge at the Global Sports Communication Training Camp in Kaptagat.
To tell you the truth, he's more of a friend. He's not like the doctor-client relationship. No, this one of ours goes beyond that.
He describes the Olympic champion as a cautious and a disciplined athlete.
He will come and tell you, oh, today I felt some pain on my hamstring. That is, I was just reporting to you. You see that kind of a thing? Now it's up to me now to check it out.
After working with the staff from training to competition, Ndohio is always proud of the athlete and his achievements.
It feels so good. You feel like tearing, you know?
He is confident that once again, the streets of London will be kind to the team on Sunday.
My business is Eliud. And as far as I'm concerned, Bekele is a good athlete. And Eliud is Eliud. And he's good as they come.
Steve Keter, NTV Sport in Kaptagat.
Let's Go Kenya, in association with the Communications Authority of Kenya. 20 years of opening your world.
Now, with 2 of history's fastest marathon runners, world record holder Eliud Kipchoge and Ethiopia's Kenenisa Bekele set to clash at this year's London Marathon, focus is on whether a new world record will be set. Head of elite athletes at the London Marathon, that is Spencer Barden, weighs in on the hot debate.
Because obviously with various restrictions in place due to COVID-19, we have to we can't run the race on our traditional course, so we have obviously adapted that slightly and obviously gone for this multi-looped course. So it has the potential to be very quick. It would depend on how the race develops, and certainly with there's a focus on the head-to-head with Kenenisa and Eliud. So I think as the race unfolds, we'll get a better idea of is the world record possible. I think it is.
Once again, remember, from about 8 a.m. Sunday morning, that's the 4th of October, NTV will be bringing to you live from the streets of London the 40th edition of the London Marathon. Remember to keep it NTV for this and plenty more of sporting action. Now, Manchester United progressed to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup after beating Brighton 3-0 at the IMEX Stadium. United's goals were scored by Scott McTominay in the 44th minute, Juan Mata in the 73rd minute, and Paul Pogba 10 minutes before stoppage time. Meanwhile,
All right, that closing action closes, that sporting action closes NTV tonight. Thanks so much for watching. I'm Smriti Vidyarthi. Flora Atieno has been our sign language interpreter. I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.